I thought my bed was comfy before, but see, after a week with the Emma premium topper, it's a game changer.
Oh, it's so good. It just makes your bed feel like bougie hotel style feels.
Honestly, it's made such a difference. I'm getting such a deep sleep. I'm not tossing and turning anymore.
Don't forget the Emma sale is on right now. You can get up to 20% off plus an extra 8% with our code Girls Overheard. Just click the link in our description.
Welcome back to Girls Overheard. If you're watching us today, this might feel a bit like a TV show because we've got new equipment.
We do.
And it's so nice. I love it.
It's very subtle.
It's
Might feel
very
like a kids' TV show because we're nice and colourful
Yeah.
as well.
We've
Welcome
compared
back, everyone.
ourselves to what the tweenies are we today?
Yeah, who are
Or the
you?
Teletubbies.
I still don't know who I am. I can't remember.
I don't think there is a red tweenie.
She was pink.
Pink.
Fizz was pink.
I'm Fizz. And
Bella.
I'm Jake. I'm Bruno.
Bella.
Why was the dog talking?
These are all dog. I know dogs with all of these names, which is really bad.
See, if you had to have a dog right now,
Uh-huh.
right this very second, and it was a Rottweiler, what would you call it?
A Rottweiler.
You'd get five.
I feel
Is it
like
a
I would
boy or a
give it-
girl?
It's a boy.
Okay.
It's a boy. I'm going to call him Bruno. Did we just say Bruno? Why is that name coming into my head?
I don't know. What
Dunno.
would you call it?
Angus.
Angus.
I was thinking
Yeah.
Bruce, to be
Yeah.
honest.
I feel like it needs like a name like that, but also I love when there's I love when there's a contrast. See, like a dog like that, like a Rottweiler, but he's got like a really cute little like posh name. You think it
Or
doesn't really
like a
suit him,
girl.
but it's also
Yeah.
very cute.
Like a girl Rottweiler, and she's called Daisy.
Uh-huh.
I'm Daisy. She's got the pure spikes on the collar and all that, and the muzzle. It's like, oh, what's your dog called? Brr, Daisy.
Daisy.
Oh.
But you're definitely on the dog radar now,
I
Hayley.
know, I'm so up and down. I have been for the last 5 years.
Just do it.
See, by this point,
the
you
amount
could,
of
you could
people-
have had a dog trained and like well
Yeah.
vested into your family by this point. If
Yeah.
you'd have just got one at the beginning.
I know, but the amount of people that messaged me after the rabbit thing saying don't do it because we spoke about it and they were like, don't get a rabbit. A rabbit is
A pain in the arse.
a pain in the arse, but they also said one of the girls was like, I had a rabbit in a hutch, and she's like, I think she posts a lot on social media, and she was like, see the hate that I got for having a hutch. Apparently, you're not allowed to hutch anymore.
You are. How else are you supposed
There's
to
too
keep
many
a
people
rabbit?
that have a full bedroom for their rabbits, and they're
No.
it's one of the family at that point, and now people
Not having
jump
the
down
smell
her
of a
throat for
rabbit,
having
I'm
a hutch.
sorry.
No way.
I know.
I had my friend's hamster in my house for 5 days, and I wanted to rip my house. I wanted to just burn it. Not the
It's
hamster, the house.
sawdust. It's the
It's
sawdust, and
stinking.
then he.
It's so dusty.
Just
But
the
I
fact
that it
tell you
stinks.
right now, the upkeep of a rabbit is probably more tedious than the upkeep of a dog.
Yeah.
It's also the versus reward because you don't get the reward of like having like a nice wee pallet take out a walk and all
Yeah.
Well, you can. You
A
can.
rabbit
actually
doesn't
get
wag its tail at you.
leashes. It
I'm
does
not
its
gonna be the-
nose.
What?
It does its wee nose at you.
Oh, it's
I think
very
it just
cute.
does that to sniff. They're cute. Do you know what they're good for? They're good for a petting zoo. Very good kids party idea, by the way, because I did that for Ella's birthday.
Love that, by the way.
It was a
was
fun
good.
day, wasn't
Right.
it? And everyone enjoyed it. Every member of my family enjoyed
Yep.
that party because Nana sat with the wee rabbit on her lap. She
Yep.
loved that.
Yeah.
All the kids were doing it. There was fucking ducks in my garden.
I was
Remember
like-
that?
going to say
That was chaos. That
Do
was
you know
like
what that
something for a
was
kids' film.
That was like Mrs. Doubtfire when
Yeah.
he gets all the animals in.
Yeah.
That is actually such a good idea. I feel like people,
Sleep on
anybody
that.
who's like, because even like my niece's birthday's in June, I'm like, I need to remember that. That
There
is
was
a pure good
reptiles as
birthday
well,
idea.
remember? They came out
Yeah.
in little cages. And there was also rats.
Yeah. There's just something about holding tiny little animals. It's very cute.
hold a rat.
You never got to hold a rat?
No.
Oh, little rat bastard.
A little rat bastard.
What a shame.
I wonder. I mean, this place is big enough that we could definitely have a rat cage.
Yeah, but we're only here once a week.
That's all they need, though. They're
But
very
Murray said that he's quite happy to look after it for us and then just bring it in for us recording, remember?
Sure, why not? Yeah.
What? Oh my God, we're getting Murray. Baby, we're going to
Murray
give
said
you
yes.
it. Murray said yes. Dad said yes. Do you know the thing with that is, right? I remember Fraser had, his neighbour had asked them to look after a budgie and it was a cockatoo. Is that right?
Oh
I feel like whenever I say that word, I'm like, is it a cockatiel?
no, it's a
No, it's a
cockatoo.
cockatoo.
Are they two different things?
Is it because you're thinking cockapoo is now what people like talk
No,
about?
a cockatoo.
Nobody-
A cock. A
Cockatoo.
cock.
A cockatiel is a thing, but a cockatoo is
Are
another
you
thing.
thinking of a cocktail sausage?
Cockatoo.
I have absolutely no
Cockatoo.
idea, right? It was a bird.
Chanel.
That was a picture.
Oh, was it a parrot?
Was it?
That was a parrot.
There was
but
a
like
was
parrot,
it?
a grey, or a blue. parrot?
I can't remember, but it was a blue African something or
Oh, that
other,
was it.
right?
Yeah.
But that was somebody who lost their bird, by the way. If anyone didn't know that story, please go and look it
Best.
up because it's hilarious. People have they actually remixed the shout that she does out the window for it. Actually, really sad though, to be honest.
If she was
Yeah.
Have you got research on the cockatoo?
They're the same species.
Oh,
Oh, is
see,
that
there are. See,
Cockatiel is smaller than a cockatoo.
a cockatiel is smaller than a cockatoo because it's 2 times bigger. There we go. That's how we'll remember it.
Yeah.
I like that association. You'll never need to use that, but pub quiz, maybe you do, and you remember this. So
Move on.
Fraser's neighbour had one of them, cockatoo, I'm sure it was, bigger one, and they went on holiday and they were like, can you look after it? And so they did, whatever, that was fine. They had the cage, they were feeding it, whatever else. And the boys were absolutely loving it when they were younger because they never had, like, I think they had cats when they were little, but then they never had them when they really remembered them properly. Like, they
Yeah.
died by that point. So they were just loving having a pet. And anyway, the neighbour came back and they were like, oh, how did the budgie get on? Was it, or whatever it was, cockatoo, the bird, how did it get on? And they were like, yeah, the boys absolutely loved it. They pure took to it and they were like feeding it and all the rest of it. And it was it apparently spoke to them. Is that right? Anyway, it could like sing back to you, repeat your singing, that kind of
Okay.
thing. So anyway, the neighbour then went, thanks very much for looking after my bird, really appreciate it. Took the bird home. Next day, showed up at the door with a bird for the boys. Literally just gifted them a bird, right? So
A different bird.
a different bird, right? So his mum and dad were like, oh, we weren't planning, we weren't going to we weren't planning on getting them a bird. What was going on here? And they were like, oh, like we got you one. And obviously they ran downstairs and been pretty excited and then they were just lumped with it.
Oh my god.
And they were like, we didn't want a bird.
It's a wee bit sad actually, but isn't it keeping a bird in a cage?
Yeah, it really
know.
is.
But they loved it. It was called Sparky. And it had a near-death experience.
How
Weird.
is that?
By the way, this is weird.
What?
The dog I met yesterday up Conic Hill was called Sparky.
Yeah, they're
And I was
very-
like, that's Marcus's nickname. Why? What's the connection here that's
if
came
you
up
used to
so
get a
many
dog
times?
and call it Sparky.
I can't have a Sparky and a Sparky.
I've already got a Sparky.
That wee
I
dog
know.
was the actual cutest. Yes, it was one of the ones. It was so small. It was like this size. You could put it in your bag. It also looked like, see, if you were out a big walk, you'd worry about a big eagle coming down and picking it up
Yeah.
and flying away. It was that small.
Good God.
Oh, it was beautiful.
See,
though.
that to me is not a dog.
No, it isn't. It's like almost like a puppy, but staying in the puppy stage forevermore.
Forever.
Do you know what I wish could stay in a puppy stage? A Sharpie.
Oh,
Oh, the wee bag of wrinkles.
I'm going to say, in terms of puppies, Sharpie puppies are the cutest of
Yes,
all the
I
puppies
agree.
you can get
And
ever.
it smells
like
so
a-
good.
It's a dog in a bag. It smells like biscuits in a bag, as in all of its
It
skin.
smells like a
Yep.
specific type of
and
biscuit,
it's
like
so snuffly.
just out the
I
oven.
know.
And they're so
think
warm.
When I
Oh.
got Mika and we drove back up the road with her because we got her down south and I literally sat like pure rigid. I was terrified of her. And I sat like this the whole way, like didn't even make eye contact with her. And then when we got Blue, I was so confident.
Mhm.
And I carried that dog everywhere.
Oh, until it couldn't be carried anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want another one. Fuck it.
Oh my God, you're going to get Bruce or Boris, the Rottweiler?
I think if you get a dog though, it has to be a pure stupid name.
yeah.
I'm annoyed that we actually went to Blue because Blue was supposed to be Doris. And she
Yeah.
suits Doris because she's pure stupid.
You could just change it.
Can't she knows her name's Blue? You
My
literally
dog's
say
names are a
Blue.
bit daft, I think.
No, but they
Maggie,
suit them perfectly.
Mabel. No, I think
Maggie,
you
Mabel.
get pure pretty names.
I feel like they're old lady names. No
Yeah, but
offence if
they
we get
are
Maggies or Mabels
beautiful.
that are young, but like typically, I was actually in the coffee shop the other day and there was an older woman in front of me and they said, "What's your name?" She's like, "It's Maggie." And I wasn't going to say, "My dog's called Maggie," because that's offensive.
Yes.
I would be offended by that. I remember Chris actually when he was younger went out with his pal and like I remember that story. They were younger and they were out and he was pure wingmanning him. And he was this boy that he was pals with and still is pals with him. This guy that he was out with went up to a girl and was like, "Oh, like what's your name?" and that, like try to chat her up. And she's like, "Oh, I'm called Tara." And he went, "Oh, my dog's called Tara." And the conversation just
That
ended.
is-
That was it.
Right, this next little bit is sponsored by Vision Scotland, and it is the most perfect thing for this podcast, I think.
Yep.
Basically, we're going to have a
Where-
new section called Hindsight 2020. Hindsight is 2020, which is so
Hindsight
perfect.
is.
That's so perfect. So we wanted to hear about all the times that you missed the red flags, all the times that you wish you had known. And actually, I feel like everyone's got stories like that, don't they?
Yeah.
Where you look back and go, obviously.
Obviously.
Yeah.
It was literally in plain sight.
You
How
don't
did we not
see
see
it.
it?
Uh-huh.
You don't see it when you're in the moment.
Yeah.
Things we should have seen and we didn't.
I mean, I think back to, I feel like my fishy pancake story is probably the biggest red flag that I should have walked out and never seen
Never
this
returned.
guy again.
Yeah.
Recap the fishy pancake story is went to a guy's house in the morning. He tried to make me breakfast and the pancakes were fishy. They smelled fishy. They smelled like a big haddock right in front of me. And turned out that he had used the cooking oil that was still sitting out in the pan from the night before because his house was bogging. And I always kind of just let it go because I'm like, it's not your fault. It's your mum and your dad don't clean your house because we were younger. And he just used the oil that they'd cooked fish in the night before
Old oil.
to make pancakes. Old fishy oil.
And that really should have been your like moment in plain sight.
Yeah.
2020 vision should
Yeah.
have been there.
And
but it
also, look,
wasn't.
can I just say as well, another red flag for me was the fact that once we stopped at the garage and he went in and got a tuna sandwich.
Oh my god, I loves the
Fishy.
fish. Right, before we jump into all our stories, because we've asked you guys over on Instagram to send over your moments that you should have really seen that were clear as day, 2020 vision, but retrospect always is better than, hindsight's better than
Hindsight.
foresight.
Yeah, sure.
Sure, but if you guys are looking for laser eye surgery, then you can go over to Vision Scotland, and if you just literally quote us on your consultation, you get 10% off.
Yeah.
Ideal.
Click the
By the
link
way,
below.
also not just for you, because when people listen to this go, I don't need that. I'm guaranteeing you'll know somebody, your friend, your family member, your colleague, your in-laws, somebody in your family will have been contemplating this. And just
100%.
sometimes a wee discount is enough to make them go, right, I'm going to go
Yeah.
for it because this is like the cheapest I'll get it.
Also,
So
see
just
for,
pass it on.
for something like that that's like quite a big expense, 10% off takes a good chunk
Yeah.
of
Good
it.
chunk. And there's also, you can get it on finance as well if
Yeah.
that's something you
Yeah,
need to
there's
do.
options
even
there.
better.
So click the link in our description and you can go straight to our landing page. You'll see our faces there
I know.
and you can book your consultation.
Right, let's go for our stories.
Right. Will I do the quick fire ones?
I love the quick fire.
The quick fire ones
Yeah.
are the best.
Things that we
Right.
should have seen. Hindsight is a great thing.
Take
Hindsight.
note.
Hindsight is 2020. Let's go.
Someone in their 30s asking you to Snapchat them.
Yeah, 100%. You
Nah.
should not have
Why
Snapchat
have you
over
got
the
that?
age of 20.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I went on a date and somebody gave me a signed professional picture of themselves.
Narcissist.
Narcissist, yeah.
That is awful.
I would rip it slowly in front of them.
He kept wearing walking shoes with mix match tracksuits. Posh boy, no thanks.
Oh, wow.
Walking shoes for a non-walking event. Weird.
Yeah, it's strange. Never posting me on his Instagram after 5 years.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
that.
I
Why-
don't like that.
He
Why
doesn't
is
want
he-
people to know.
Why is he hiding you?
Having low social media usage is also quite a green flag for me.
Yeah.
However, if you're using it and I'm not there, why?
Yes.
You're posting
You're
about your
an
life
avid
and I am your
poster.
life. So why am I not on it?
What are you hiding? Why are you hiding me from people?
Yes.
Don't like that at all. It's a good, but you need a balance though. You need the balance of I don't want you on Instagram every day because I feel like a guy posting constantly of his life. You're like, oh, it's a wee bit icky.
It is.
You
I'm
need
sorry
the
to
balance
say.
of like post sometimes, post me.
Yeah.
Okay?
Post
That's the balance.
There should be at least 10 posts of you because it should be
Your top
10
9.
Valentines and 5 Valentines and 5 birthdays.
Yes. Kissing his mum on the lips at 24.
No.
Oh, that's
not
weird.
okay.
When did we
Had
stop
this.
that?
First
10.
kiss.
What?
That's weird, but when do we stop that?
I think when they get in the awkward teenage years and that's it, phased out.
Oh, God, no, it stops way before that.
When?
Oh, this is a debate we need to open up, girls.
Was very young. First kiss, his tongue was darting in and out my mouth at 50 miles an hour.
No.
Still traumatized.
No, make that stop. I don't know. But nobody wants you to put it. It's not a game of how far we can put it in.
Stabby. Getting
You know what
stabby
it
with
is?
the
It's
tongue.
like it's been in and then it's just doing this.
It's chaotic in
It's
here.
a Van Gogh.
Giving you full scale
I like
polish.
it, Picasso. It's like he's in the orchestra.
Oh no. The closet was made of glass, but he claimed he was straight, ghosted him after one date.
Oh,
okay.
Dear.
Yeah, you're not being some.
No.
Sorry, you're not being somebody's what do
Cover
they call
up.
that? Cover up. Yeah.
His girl best friend went on his phone and deleted me off his social media.
His girl best friend.
Insecure?
His girl best friend went on the phone and deleted you.
Right, there's two things that could be happening here. Either his girl best friend is actually his
Girlfriend.
girlfriend,
Or she fancies him.
Yeah.
or she secretly fancies him.
Yeah,
in
Or
which
she just
case-
doesn't like you.
Yeah, you did the right things. Did she say that she stayed away from him after that? She never said.
No, she never said.
Oh, I really hope that you just don't get involved.
This is the
in
quick
that.
fire ones. These
Yeah.
are the quick little
Lauren gets
trauma
annoyed
dumps.
when we interrupt the quick fire.
we're
It's
not
so funny.
allowed to talk.
So I'm going to tell you stuff and you're not allowed to comment.
Don't react.
Don't react.
And
you're
you're like,
last. We're using Lord's mouth tape. We're just gagged over here.
Had to ask him to shower before having sex a few times as he was smelly.
Why did you want to?
A few times. That happened more than once. Are you okay? Are you okay?
My ex saying he had dinner with Neil Lennon when it was all shite and he was a no one.
Oh, stop. The name dropping is so embarrassing. Make
No.
that stop.
He got with our colleague in front of me and I still stayed with him.
What do you mean?
Oh, why?
What do you mean?
First date to a caravan park. Worst 2 years of my life after that one.
I quite like a caravan park. Let's not be,
Oh,
let's
it
not be
could-
ditching the.
It could
A
be-
caravan
I love
park's
a
fun.
caravan.
I love a caravan.
It could go either way. It could go either way.
What, caravan park?
Yeah, either he's like, this is a caravan park. I've went here since I was younger. It's like a lovely place. We can do loads of fun things. Or it's a scaffy, horrible caravan park,
Yeah,
and
that's
that's your
true.
holiday
That's
Yeah.
true.
forevermore.
A first date though.
Why
to a
would I want to
caravan
go to
park?
Spain? We could go to Skegness.
And I could be eating fishy
Caravan.
pancakes.
I'll eat fishy
Aliens, that's
pancakes.
your story.
He would leave the house or the hotel to leave me to get ready in peace, phoning his girlfriend of
Oh,
8 years.
No, stop
No.
it.
Actually, I'm going to say,
That's the bit where he knows he's at least getting an hour.
yep. See, going
Exactly.
outside to take a phone call in the early days, I think that's
Oh,
a big red
that's
flag.
a massive red
Why
flag.
can you, even if it's a work thing, like I'll stay quiet.
Yeah.
I'll stay, I just
Also,
wait till
I'm
you're-
not
behave
interested
myself.
in your work. Why do you think that I'm going to like tell your deep dark secrets about your work?
Oh, what about
I've got
how?
more
nobody
fun things to
cares.
talk about.
What about how would you feel if you're in the car, right, with a guy, and then their pal phones and it answers on the speaker, and they say you're on speakerphone? Would that give you
red
a?
flag?
Do you know what I mean?
Just do that because it's polite.
Yeah, yeah. But also, what do you think they're going to say?
Yeah.
You never know what the other person's going to say. They might want to talk about something personal to them. There's nothing.
I was to do it.
Yeah,
I
but
would
if
be like,
I'm your partner, then I'm going to find out anyway.
yeah, I should know.
No.
I should know everything.
But yeah, but I think we kind of do that.
what?
What, I'm on speaker?
I kind of, or like literally, if Fraser phones me, for example, I'll go, "Hi, I'm in the car with Aileen Lauren," so he's not like,
Yeah.
"Let me look you up." And I've quoted that song the last 3 episodes, but it's funny to me because I do it with a growly voice.
It just makes me think that's the only song you ever listen to. So see if anyone ever sees you with your headphones on, they know that's what you're listening to.
I wanna get freaky
Right.
with you.
My ex lied about being really sick, so I would stay with him. That is a twisty person, by
Oh.
the way. Finding his wank bank, but it being pictures of girls at Asda checkout
No.
in public, etc.
No, stop. That's really
Oh.
That's a
creepy.
predator.
Oh, that's horrible.
That is a
I hate that. The
needs
most
to
I
be
could hate
anonymous
anything.
tip to the police.
I would be turning him in for that.
You're getting turned in. That's it, boys. We've got him. But they asked the photo taker. I've got him.
By the way, can I just say, right, not to make this a pure dark thing, right, but did you see that man who got arrested in France because he'd been drugging his wife?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And getting people round
Yep.
to.
Is this the old couple?
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. I did see that.
Do you know
actually.
how he got caught?
How?
Because somebody reported him for taking a photo, trying to take a photo like up their skirt when he was out in public. So they reported him. The police took the phone off him and found everything on his phone because he'd been videoing what he was doing to his wife and what other people were doing to his wife. That,
That's
to me,
only how he got caught.
that's the only way he got caught. And it was
That
happening
is
for years.
Awful, by the way.
See that kind of behaviour, that is a sign of something pure
sinister and dark.
sinister.
That's awful.
So just always remember that. I always feel like if you know somebody that's like that, see if it never happens and they're looking for suspects.
I was dating a funeral director, and she split up with me as I made her too happy.
Oh, she'd found her her happy level was
Sadness.
sadness.
That's really sad.
Was she
No,
Wednesday
too
Adams by
happy.
any chance? What the fuck is that about?
Told me he had 2 psycho exes. Turns out he was still dating all 3 of us.
Oh, okay.
Anyone, I feel like in general, calling your ex a psycho is also a red
You
flag.
made her a psycho.
Yeah.
Some girls are
Why is
psychos,
she a
but I
psycho?
don't think you just go psycho. I think you just go, she's a bit hard work. She's not taking the breakup very well. But moving on. Like,
Yeah.
I think you just go, oh, she's a psycho. I'm like, that it's so far fetched that I'm like, are you just covering up
That's when you go,
your wrongdoings?
"Woo, what's going on? What have you done?
Exactly.
So
what have
you made
done?
her raging. You
Yeah.
made her raging about something.
We can
It's
get
like
raged
when
over
the
nothing
kids
though.
come in and they're like, oh, they've been horrible to me. And you kind of just go,
Yeah.
what have you done?
Let's break
Yeah.
it down here.
Because you can just always tell.
Yeah,
You can always tell.
there's a wee something.
I love the wee quick fire ones, so I think they're the absolute best.
Me
I
too.
love that
We
like,
actually-
wee 2 sentences to just
By the way, this
let
is,
it out.
yeah, and also this is like your inspiration because there will be so many people listening to this that go, I know so many stories of that. Can you please write them into us? It's 07428 957 885. Save our number and send us a WhatsApp because we want to know all the little things, even just quick fire one-liners. They don't need to
Yep.
be full stories. We want to know all the things that you should have seen coming because hindsight is 2020. Right, this is actually another sort of like red flag or things that have happened in the past, right? He would finish work early on a Friday and go AWOL. What does that stand for?
Absent without leave.
Correct. That's an army term.
Absent
You would
without
know.
official leave? What's the... Why would he know?
Because I said he's got his military hair today.
Oh, right, okay. You just said that with no context. Like, you would know, army boy.
I like that sometimes. So I feel like you do that quite often. Make like the most subtle digs that make no sense whatsoever.
Ah, you would.
You would. Fucking army boy.
Yeah, I combed my hair today, so
With the steel comb.
it was actually.
Did you also speak cool waters? I feel like they go hand in hand.
Ow.
Oh, that is so good for me.
Oh,
Well, it'd never change, man.
read us the story.
Never change. Wait, absent without official leave. Is that what the O is? Because
Absent without leave.
Absent without. It should actually be AW.
that's like I was trying to make
It's like-
girls over here GOH.
Yeah. Guys, tell us actually, is
Oh.
that stupid if we are GOH? I
It's
think
GO.
it's better. Yeah, but GO is go.
I know GOH is go.
Go.
Fraser's head looks like a short abbreviation for gonorrhea, and I can't
Ah.
unsay it now.
I like GOH. I feel like we need 3 letters.
I
Go.
would go. It could be
Overheard's one word.
It is one word.
GOP.
Girls overheard gop. Gop.
No, because that's like Yop, which is the milkshake.
Yeah.
Right, just put it
Anyway.
out there. We need to know. But back to our story, right? So he used to go AWOL on a Friday and couldn't get in touch with him. Would show up drunk to meals out, etc.
Oh.
Where's he been beforehand? One birthday of mine, he was so drunk I had to put him in a taxi and take him home. Had to stay with him because he was epileptic and his parents weren't at home. He lay snoring. I sat crying as my friends enjoyed my birthday night out without me.
No.
He's a pure ick man.
That is so.
I don't mean to laugh. That's why I'm going to get my laugh out. Sorry, it's the he lay snoring. Isaac.
In unison, like she's going,
He
"Ah,"
lay,
and he's
it's
going,
like, why does it feel like a poem? He lay snoring, I lay crying, and my soul lay dying. Hey, make it stop. Okay,
Go.
Shouldn't have put up with that shit for more than 3 years. Oh, 3 more years, sorry.
what?
3 more years. Shouldn't have put up with that shit for 3 more years.
No way.
Honestly, I could go on and on. You've got no idea. I want to have the idea. Tell me everything. Oh, actually, better one. He took my phone away with him on a football weekend to Wemyss Bay because his was broke. Oh my God, you gave him your phone. That's like giving somebody an organ.
No.
You want my
way.
phone? Do you want my kidney and all?
Absolutely.
You're not getting my phone. You're not borrowing my phone. Are you joking?
So you didn't want him to be without a phone, so you became without a phone?
Well, here's what happened. I phoned him at about 12:30 and my phone was answered by a girl giggling and laughing down the phone as he was pissed as usual. My heart was going, my head was racing, as you can imagine. Fast forward a couple of weeks and I had to take a visit to good old Sandyford Clinic, the bastard. What's that fucking bell?
Why is he? How is he getting
that
other
fucking
people
bell?
to shag him? The way he sounds absolutely disgusting.
Ding, 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 ding. You definitely put up with too much shit when you're too young and it teaches you so many lessons on what you should never put up with again.
Yeah.
Oh my God, like listen, take the advice of you are literally somebody's dream girl. I know she's moved on, this girl, because we have spoken to her a couple of times, right?
Yeah.
But still, like, there's someone out there that is not going to, that is the absolute bottom bucket.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But that is definitely like an age and stage thing. See that whole like going out getting absolutely pissy if you're still doing that. Like,
Yeah, get a grip.
fucking grow up.
Exactly.
Grow up.
Right. Honestly, I don't know if I'm the red flag or he is. For context, oh, that's you're self-aware. For context, my mental health is extremely bad, and I've got very low self-esteem, which makes me pretty difficult.
Hi,
We
friend.
were together.
Is this me?
We were together for 8 years when he began messaging a work colleague. He broke up with me. We have a mortgage, house, etc. I was still so in love with him that at the weekends when he was drunk, he'd show up and I'd agree that he could stay with me because I'd want to work through things. One night he showed up at the door drunk. During an intimate moment, he mentioned something about another girl.
Of all the times. Of all the times.
I quickly pushed him away and asked him to repeat himself and asked if he was being serious. He promised that he got carried away in the moment and he was just drunk. Wait, has he said another girl's
Oh,
name or
stop that
something?
now.
That nothing had happened. I stupidly let him continue. All night, I lay awake with a knot in my stomach that he was lying. I asked him the next morning if he'd been with someone before coming home to me. He admitted to it and lying to continue being intimate. So he admitted that he had been with someone else before going to her
All
and that
right,
he
big
lied.
Swizzles double dip.
The person who told me for years that I shouldn't be so hard on myself, that I was worth more than I thought, had completely disrespected me. I could tell he was genuinely embarrassed and sorry for his behaviour in
No, he's
that
not.
moment. No, he's not.
No, it's not. It's just so-
Absolutely not.
In the words of
Hot.
Rihanna, don't
Just
tell me you're sorry because you're not.
'cause you're not.
You're only sorry
'Cause
that you got.
No,
you're only sorry you got caught.
I know most people would walk away or expect me to, but we shared our late teens and early 20s together. It took us a few months of work and therapy. Eventually, we worked through things. It's now 3 years later, and we're more communicative and happier in our relationship.
Oh, you've worked through it.
Oh. Sometimes I get
This
internal.
is a different outcome to what I was
This is a
expecting.
nice outcome then.
Yeah, they've worked through it. Sometimes I get internal rage thinking about that moment, but a few grounding and breathing exercises and I'm good.
But you know what, right? Drink is the devil.
Absolutely.
is.
Honestly, I truly believe, like, it's so weird how we've been talking about this a lot recently, right? Like us, we like a wee cocktail now and then, right? And we like a wee glass of wine on occasion, right? But see, getting drunk to purposefully get steaming, it's just not for me anymore.
Not at
No,
all.
It's not been me for a long time, and then whenever I do it, I feel horrendous. I then I get the fear, even though I've done nothing wrong.
Yeah.
You then get embarrassed because you're not in control. See that? Like, in what other way would you use a drug? Because that's what alcohol is really.
Mhm.
We like. I'm not trying to say that it's like we're just blaming drink, but that has a massive factor to play. The
Yeah.
things that you do drunk, you wouldn't do sober. I'm going
Yeah.
to say he wouldn't have done that sober because he would have a
Exactly.
conscience. He'd be able to make decisions properly. Like, so I think you sometimes can actually go, I'm blaming the fact that I was steaming or someone
It
else was
completely
steaming.
changes who you are.
Mhm.
And that's the thing. Like, I don't think it's fair when people say you can't blame the alcohol. Yes, you can, because
Yeah.
it's your fault for, if you know that you behave like that when you're on the drink, right? Then it's your fault for
It's the
continuing
risk
to
you
drink.
take, yeah.
You took that risk, right? So you are still responsible for it, but at the same time, your decisions are completely different. See if I drink, first of all, I feel ill for days after, but I have like a personality hangover. So I feel so anxious and I have no chat and
That's
I just
me.
feel horrible, depressed for 4 days after.
I get
At
the
least 4 or
depression as
5
well.
days. And all I can think is how horrible I feel after. And that's exactly what I now connect it with drink. So see if I go to have a drink, I just think that's going to make me feel like shit for like 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
You're literally going to lose time now.
Yeah.
And you've not got time to lose time
I
because
could
you're so
genuinely
busy.
have 1 or 2 max and that's me.
Yeah.
Like, I
And then
just
do you know
don't
what?
want
See,
it.
when it gets to that, I just go, what's the point?
What's the point? I know.
I'll just have
I'd rather just
wee
have my
mocktail?
car.
yeah.
I know.
love being able to have the car.
Having the car is such a power play, by the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm actually glad that that worked out the way that it did, because sometimes that's what happens. And then part of you goes, right, okay, it's like the kind of, it's the deceit of the whole thing to be like,
Yeah.
right, you've done that literally so blatantly to me. But when you're getting with somebody, it's not the first time that they've ever slept with anyone else. Like, you never, like, what I'm trying to say is there's always a past there.
Yeah.
So I can see how you can almost move past it, because you're like, right,
Yeah, I'll make mistakes sometimes.
oh, how much is the appropriate amount of money to spend at a friend's
First
wedding?
of all, is it rude to ask for money?
No.
No, I
I
don't
don't
think
think
it
it
is.
is.
I think you actually do everyone a favour.
Yeah.
Same.
Oh my God, that's such a, unless you're pals with loads of regifters, then that's going to really fuck them
Yeah.
up.
I think that
Because they
applies
have a
to
gift drawer.
Yeah, I think that applies to weddings and also kids' birthday parties, but everyone's too awkward to do it.
Yeah.
Just ask for money, and even if you just say to the mums, literally give them a fiver. Like, give a fiver. See if there's 10 kids coming to the party, you've got 50 quid and you can go and buy one big good present
That's so
that
true,
they
rather
actually
than loads of
want.
rubbish that
Loads
just
of-
breaks.
that you've got on the way there. Like, space, like everyone does that basically. You go to a party,
Really, you do
you
that.
stop in at Argos, you pick
I've
something
stopped that.
up.
I just give gift cards.
Gift
Same.
cards are so much
The reason why I
better.
do gift cards as well is so that I know for a fact that, see if it's like a Smith's toy store,
Yeah.
then they're definitely going to get their toy bought
Yeah.
for them.
Uh-huh.
Do you know what I mean? Or whatever it is, games or points for their
You
games,
don't want to
whatever.
give them like a gift card that could be.
I'm not giving them a Marks and Spencer's food hall gift card at the end
Yeah.
of the day
That mummy can
because
go and take and
mum's
use.
not away to go and get herself some Kalamata olives and a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Right? I want the kid to go and get themselves something, and not to be judgmental, but like I'm going to be really brutally honest. There's some kids that I just wouldn't give money to because I'm like, you're not going to see that.
Yeah.
Your mum and dad are back pocketing
They're
that. and
getting a
never-
Chinese
They're
tonight.
getting a Chinese tonight.
Yeah. On me. It's not fair.
Although I have to say, see, sometimes when I've got a new mum friend, like a friend that's a new mum, or a friend of Fraser's that just had a kid, quite often I'll buy them like a local coffee shop voucher or something
Yeah.
for them because the kid gets so much. I'm
I
just like,
know.
just fucking let them go for a coffee. That's a great thing to do. Baby will know no different. That's
Yep.
sometimes actually the best present. However, the question was, how much would you give to a friend's wedding? Depends how close you are, first of all. Depends
Yep.
what role you play in the day.
Yep.
But I'm going to say I try and cover the cost of our meal.
Yeah.
That's such a weird way
I
to
think
put
you
it.
give at least £100 if you're a
I think you give
couple.
£100.
Yeah, I would say £100.
That's what I'm saying. So I always try and think like, say we were like 50 quid each for our dinner,
okay.
right? I try and cover do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I think like they've almost made it back. People listen to this and be like, oh, it's more than that for the dinner. I don't know. We just give £100. I think that's
Yeah.
normal.
I think that's a fair amount.
I
Yeah.
do that in the way that I'm like, if everyone gave you £100 that's here, you probably would go, oh, that basically covered the amount that we had to spend feeding everyone for the
Yeah.
day. Do you know what I
Thank
mean?
God people don't do wedding gifts anymore in the same way that, like, imagine your whole wedding is you're just getting constantly given like
Pots
a
and
toaster.
pans.
Here's a new
Nuts and
kettle.
bolts.
Yeah.
Boring. Give me £100 any
Because
day.
when that happened though, people didn't live together.
Yeah.
Whereas now we all live together first and you have everything.
Yeah.
My presents I got for my wedding were actually good and I liked them.
What did you
Your
get?
mum and dad got
Oh,
me
yeah,
one
that
of the
was a good one.
best presents ever. Your mum and dad got me the heated Lakeland
Okay.
dryer for my clothes.
That's
That's a thing I wouldn't have then. See, right, here's another thing. I took a hot take on this. Maybe you buy the friend something that they have been saying for ages. I really, really want that. I really, really want that, whatever it is, heated dryer for my clothes. But you just know if you gave them £100, they're away to go out for dinner and they're not going to buy it.
Yeah.
Just buy them the thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe.
Or maybe they wanted like a pair of headphones or something like that, and you go, I'm buying these
Yeah.
because you keep saying that you want them.
Yeah.
But if I give you the money,
You're
you'll go
not
to
buying
Asda
them.
and you'll do your weekly shop and all that.
Yeah.
And you'll not do it.
Or
It's
that's got
too
the
easy.
honeymoon money.
It's
Do you know what I
too
mean?
easy. It's-
But a lot of people actually do. So like my wee cousin had her wedding and then they were going on honeymoon. And you can actually get websites where you can literally just go on and it's called like donate to our honeymoon, that kind of idea.
Yeah.
And you literally top up their
Honeymoon.
honeymoon
pot.
fund, but
Yeah.
it's been booked through this specific like agency. And that's what I've did. And then they went away on honeymoon to like the most amazing places. And people had all given money instead of, because they were the same. They were like, got a house, got all the stuff for
Yeah.
it. Like we
Mhm.
both work full time. If we want something, we go and buy it.
Yep.
But we want to go on honeymoon and we want to go and enjoy it. So that's like also quite a good idea.
Yeah.
Do you know what I saw the other day? You know how you can do that voucher £99
Oh,
deal?
Guys,
Too.
we keep saying we're going
I
to do
know.
this.
I
This
know.
the two girls had done it, and you could get anywhere. You could get Malaga, you could get like Ireland, you could get anywhere. They got Thailand, £99
What are you
Thailand
talking
for a
about?
week. Can you imagine
Flights
that?
included.
Flights,
That's mental.
how amazing would that be?
Can we just
I
do
think.
it?
See, out of like
we
100,
would end up with like London or something.
I'd love that though.
Doesn't matter. Anywhere would be good. Literally anywhere would be good.
Well, we just do it. Well, let's do it today
Let's just do it today.
because you don't.
I'm in.
Mike Murray. What?
In fact, we need to pull another potluck.
We do, because tomorrow, guys, make sure you're watching the vlog. Search Girls Overheard.
The vlog will be
Vlogs.
out by this point.
Yeah, it'll be out. So go and watch the vlog. It came out yesterday because we're going
Zip lining.
ziplining tomorrow.
Go Ape just messaged us and said.
Yeah,
we just got an email from her.
Good
You know,
luck.
When you book something, when you go and you like pay and you check out whatever email address you put in, they then send you a message saying, "Are you looking forward to tomorrow? We hope you're excited."
I know. I
No, I'm
actually
not.
can't wait. It's been pure nice this week as well. So it's going to be sunny. We'll just be ziplining along and just enjoying the fresh air.
How long's the ride?
I actually have no idea. I think there's 3. I think there's 3 different ones that you can do.
Do you go together?
No.
That's all harpooned on the one thing.
No, I meant like as in if it's like 3 ropes. do
Oh,
you all
right, okay.
No, I
go
don't think
together?
I genuinely have no idea what it's
I've
going
not,
to
I've
be
not
like.
even looked at it yet.
I think there's a wee hike before it as well.
Oh, do we need to wear hiking boots?
No, just trainers are
Oh.
fine.
How do we get up there? That's my main thing.
And then it's
Is
then
it
a big
stairs
ladder.
or is
no,
it-
it's a ladder.
What?
Fuck
It's like a
off,
ladder
Ailey.
situation that you have to go up. Look it up on TikTok.
See if
no,
it's
because
no,
I'll not do it.
I feel sick because see if it's one of the ones that's like a telegraph pole.
I think
and
it
it's
is.
like the pin things that stick out. You need to climb it, and it's just a straight line. That's the worst. The climb is the worst part.
Yeah. Because that's what you
I
did
feel
at
really
Landmark,
sick.
isn't
Yeah,
it?
but it's not that high. It's not as high as zip lining.
Right, see voucher holidays. They have Mystery Holiday, Maldives, New York, Mexico, Dubai, Bali, Disneyland, Paris, Japan.
I want to go to
Imagine
Japan.
people at Japan.
Stop the
So
outfits.
best to go to Japan.
The outfit. Wait, just do it.
I know. I'm just trying to say.
Joking.
Like right
But-
now.
Oh,
What
I
are
need
we
a wee.
doing?
I know I need to pee.
It's
Sit right
based
now.
on 2 people sharing. So we need to try and find one that's for 3.
For God's sake,
Right,
be more
let's do-
inclusive with the people.
We'll share a bed and a seat.
Imagine that. Right, here we
Right.
go, potluck.
See what's on here.
It's not ill, you're shaking it, nothing's happening.
There's nothing happening.
It's just moving.
Just Ailey, just fucking open the jar.
open Ailey's open the jar.
Oh
you
my
can
god,
rummage.
it's like her walking. Fucking move.
Right. Let's go. I'm nervous because
Stop looking. Just put your hand in.
the last time every single one was getting kiboshed. Right, ready?
That's it. Pick the top one.
This is
boring.
April. Learn to drive a race car at Not Kill.
No, that's so fun.
I would love to do
Did we
that.
not speak
We
about this the
did.
other day?
We literally
Do you
did.
know why? Because we were talking about Jodie Kidd and how she did the Top Gear racing car.
I
And
want
she was
to
the
do
number
that.
one.
Okay, I'm up for doing
Oh my
that.
god, we got to Knock Hill.
Yeah.
Let's just book it.
Yeah.
Let's just that's not book it.
Book it.
And
Book it.
I am a safe driver though, guys. I'm not going to be going
Sorry,
fast.
in my mind, I'm fast forwarding her. Lauren, zoom me, zoom Ailey.
Mirror signal maneuver.
You're on the motorway and you're like, Ailey, you're going to speed up. I'm just like, I don't overtake anyone.
I don't overtake. I don't like it. 20's plenty.
20 cars behind her. A cyclist. Sorry guys, I don't overtake, I don't like it.
I'll overtake a cyclist, right? I am not overtaking another car ever. I don't like it
Why?
at all. Unless it's somebody like literally, I mean, the other day I was stuck behind a car with 4 guys in it, right? Which was really weird in itself. And it had big learner signs on it. And they were driving at like 10 miles an hour.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
And I was going, what the fuck is going on here?
Have you ever driven at 10 miles an hour before?
Yes, you might as well walk.
It's just, if you ever have you actually done that?
It's embarrassing
Hey,
when you
no.
go through a main street.
Have you ever went 10 miles an hour in your car?
Yeah.
Were you angry? Because I
100%.
the rage I feel at the that is the
'Cause
worst.
You're looking at the same thing for ages.
It's awful. See, even in car parks when they're like maximum speed 5 miles an hour. Oh, so you want me to stay still?
Wait,
You
what?
just don't want me to
over
find,
this speed
you
bump
just
at
don't want
30.
me. Yeah, you just
Okay.
don't want me to find a parking space. I'll just stay still. Cool. I'll just
my
stand
God.
still.
So, do we need to get a patchwork jumpsuit?
Yes, can we? Oh my god.
A
We need to get-
patchwork
and a
jumpsuit?
race. Oh my god, we
Is
need
that
to
what
get.
they wear?
Yes, yes, we need to get the full jumpsuit,
Uh-huh.
and then we also need to get the racing jacket, the big bomber jacket.
Are we going to be like Joey from Friends when he
Yes.
did his Ferrari stuff? Is that us?
It was
Yeah.
a Porsche.
Was it Porsche? If it was Porsche, you know, they would have said Porsche. Porsche.
Porsche.
That's what it is.
That's
It is
it.
Porsche.
I just tucked her in for the night.
Just tucked her in. She's sleeping.
I actually seen a girl on TikTok who is a race car driver and she has to train her neck,
I can imagine.
like strength train it. So basically,
She's laughing at all these people saying they've got whiplash.
absolutely.
Bullshit liars.
But the guy puts a band around her head and she needs to like pull this way and he's pulling her the other way. And she also has to fall down this way.
My neck's
Like,
cracking when I'm doing that.
straight.
Oh, I don't like
And he holds her by the head so her neck is holding all of her body weight.
Oh, my God.
I can't fucking wait.
For the, is
I'm
it the
excited.
G-force when they're going
Right,
down?
we're-
Drop it.
Oh my god, we're going to have to drive stick. I've not driven stick in a while.
Me neither.
Fun
Listen to
time.
that.
Last time I drove stick was actually when I had
Stop
the camper
saying
van.
sticks.
It's funny.
Manual.
I like saying drive
Driving
stick.
stick.
I know it's very Kendall
Do you know
Jenner.
what one of my favourite things is Kendall Jenner making the biggest deal about that ever? I know how to drive stick.
Yeah.
I know how to do it. That was her party trick.
Yeah.
It was like, sorry.
Everybody else has to drive
Kendall,
stick.
we all
Kendall
fucking
is
learnt like
literally
that.
the basic.
Anyway, we're going to drive stick.
Yep.
I'm excited. Guys, go and watch the vlog for this week. We hope you like it. And we'll catch you on Wednesday on Confessions. If you're not part of that already, go and click below because there'll be a link to show you how to get it. You can get it on Spotify, Patreon, Supercast.
We're
and
everywhere.
that's everywhere, isn't it?
Yeah.
Apple.
Yeah.
Well,
but-
if you're on Supercast, you have a link.
Yeah.
But if you need to know how to do that, it'll all be down there. And we'll catch you on Wednesday. Bye.
Bye.